As we continue to unravel this sinister Jewish conspiracy, it's vital to understand several major characteristics that differentiate Jews from whites. The reason I say whites specifically is because from their viewpoint, we are the only thing standing between them and world domination, also known as Zionism. So we must first be wiped out. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to how a prominent Harvard professor puts it. The goal of abolishing the white race is on its face so desirable that some may find it hard to believe that it could incur any opposition other than that from committed white supremacists. Make no mistake about it, we intend to keep bashing the dead white males and the live ones and the females too, until the social construct known as the white race is destroyed. Not deconstructed, but destroyed. As you can see, I'm not being hyperbolic about this issue, and it's imperative that you grasp the severity of this problem immediately. It's crucial to understand your demented enemy, so let's take a look at a few distinguishing traits they possess. We'll begin with chutzpah, which in English is extreme audacity or brazen hubris, and Jews famously display tremendous chutzpah. It's deeply embedded in their DNA and culture, allowing them to perpetuate unfathomable atrocities against Gentiles, as well as their own people, in order to fulfill their diabolical goals. Jews will perform acts against others that we Gentiles would consider unthinkable. Jews do not play by the same rules as us, and a few alleged examples would be the sinking of the Titanic, the assassination of JFK, the attack on the USS Liberty, and 9/11. A major reason they get away with so much is because we Gentiles refuse to believe that another human being would behave so audaciously, especially those that we considered our dearest friend and greatest ally. Commitment. Unlike Gentiles, Jews are highly committed to their race, nationality, religion, and yes, including the secular Jews. They possess an unwavering loyalty to their people that other groups simply don't have. When dealing with Goyim, Jews will always side with other Jews, even if they were technically enemies or they might suffer some sort of loss. Listen to how Theodor Herzl, the godfather of modern Zionism, defined the Jewish nation. I will give you my definition of a nation, and you can add the adjective Jewish. A nation is, in my mind, an historical group of men of recognizable cohesion held together by a common enemy. Then, if you add to that the word Jewish, you have what I understand to be the Jewish nation. Americans simply don't think this way. We're uniquely conscientious, and we always try to do the right thing in every situation, regardless of race. We are committed to truth and justice, whereas Jews are committed to themselves, first and foremost. Justified. No matter how evil the act is, Jews will always justify it because they do not view Gentiles as humans. They don't believe we have souls, and we should be treated like cattle. In fact, they believe their laws don't even apply to us because we are a lower form of life. No matter how barbarous the offense, they believe they truly are doing the morally justified thing. Here's what their very own Talmud says about us. It is written in the Jewish law book, the Talmud, that only the Jew is human, that Gentiles are only animals. Even the best Goyim should be killed. Goys are not human, they are beasts. If you eat with a goy, it's the same as eating with a dog. A Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years old. Jews may use lies to circumvent a goy. Jews take great pains to ensure outsiders do not know what's written in their demonic Talmud, and now you see why. Antichrist. This is perhaps the most egregious characteristic of the Jews. It's difficult for Americans to comprehend this because we tend to project our tolerance and good nature onto others. Because we are so accepting and open to others' beliefs, we assume that Jews would look at us in the same way, but this is a fatal mistake. There is nothing in the universe that Jews hate more than Jesus Christ, and by extension, his people. In fact, Jews go out of their way to disrespect Jesus and his followers. For instance, instead of simply writing a plus sign, they created a new symbol solely to avoid writing a cross. Because in the Talmud, they're taught that Jesus is in hell right now, boiling in a cauldron of excrement. There are countless examples of Jews attacking Christians, but since their nation's success is so greatly dependent on America's support, and particularly Christians, the Jewish-owned media refuses to report on these attacks and works around the clock, formulating ways to trick the well-meaning, naive Christians into supporting them. Let's look at a few examples.
That I know for the police that you were attacking me.
But you cannot do this.
Don't take a picture, take it down.
You know, come
Take
on,
it down.
this is not, you are touching me, you have no right to touch me, you have no right to spit on me. Hey, come on. Very good, could you make a picture of him? It's very good.
No! No! Look! No!
No, he spit on me, you know, he spit on me and he touched me. You know, because, you know, the police is always asking, then, you know, I need a picture of his face.
בוא תצלם אותי! בוא תצלם אותי, השרמוטה, בוא! אל תיגע בי, אל תיגע בי! אל תיגע בי, תסתום את הפה שלך, שאני לא אפרק אותך לפה, לגל שלא תשם אותי, תזהר ממני. This is what they...
No, come on. Wait, let me... Come on, bro.
Slow. Look!
You not Israeli.
You ask me to suck. You and your fucking Jesus could kiss my ass, okay? Go away. Screw you. Whoa. Don't camera, no camera. I break your camera. Don't take picture. Okay? Screw you, you Nazi. You fuck. Don't take camera. I break your camera. Don't take picture. Shabbat shalom. No picture. We don't want picture.
Leave.
What?
You need to. You can't come in here. This is not your house.
This is not your house.
We killed Jesus. We're proud of it. Where are you?
Did you record that?
Get the fuck out of here. This is my land, you
This is
fuck.
not your land. It belongs to these families.
Land, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill you and the Palestinians. You Nazi, you son of a shit.
Hand for there.
This is my land. God gave it to me. Fuck you.
Hand for there.
Nazi. Call everyone you want. This is my house. This is my land. God gave it to me. And fuck you. Intention. Jews' eternal ambition is to completely exterminate the white race and subjugate the remaining, what they call, the Eurasian Negroid race they created using the Kalergi Plan, which requires its own separate video to unpack. These remaining slaves will have zero rights or representation and will exist solely to serve the Jewish rulers. Here's what Israel's chief rabbi had to say. Goyim were born only to serve us. Without that, they have no place in the world, only to serve the people of Israel. Why are Gentiles needed? They will work, they will plow, they will reap. We will sit like an Effendi and eat. That is why Gentiles were created. This is why they openly facilitate mass migration from the third world and promote interracial breeding, while simultaneously discouraging whites from having children, using various tactics like feminism, homosexuality, pornography, transgenderism, promiscuity, birth control, abortion, and several other satanic schemes. Every single one of these programs is orchestrated and managed by Jews in order to subvert our Christian society, and will receive their own separate videos in order to thoroughly examine more. It's extremely important to remember, as we continue to address the antagonistic intrigues of the Jews, to refrain from projecting your Western Christian values onto them.
They are deliberately unlike us and dedicate a large part of their existence to hating us. By refusing to accept this unfortunate reality, you are making it substantially more difficult to address this hostile threat and really are putting your friends and family in further danger. We'll soon dig deeper into why and how this predicament came about in later videos, but until then, please remember that these Jews actually are committed to hating you and will not hesitate to attack in ways that reasonable people would never think possible.